I don't know. I felt like it. And here we are. Hang on a sec. How do I share the link? Hello, bird. How are you? One sec. Hi, Lime. Oh. You should stream your screen. Yeah, I just decided I would stream it. There we go. Alright. Alright, I'm back. I'm already on Eclipse 3. PvZ and tier from scratch, and it's going good so far. That is actually super cool. I'm gonna have to try that. Hello, oh hi, hello 12 times 12 times 12. Yeah, this game got a new update. They made Chef like actually playable instead of complete dog water. I should not be using this mobility because it definitely doesn't work for this Eclipse. Also, I'm on Eclipse 3, which means that fall damage can kill me and does double damage, so that sucks. Actually, hang on. Is this gonna do damage? Ow. Yeah, I can do that. This flamethrower, it doesn't visually look like it, but has way more range. It's way better in general. And this roll can do this. I have not been on the grind, actually. I got those first two Eclipses before this update. Because I'm that goated that I was able to do that before they fixed the character. I might have used Void Fields, I don't actually remember. Because until recently, Void Fields used to be completely busted. It wasn't that recent, actually. 2025 color price. If I don't find a huge bug, it will be finished one day. What? Yeah, it has way better range. Also, the primary is, like, actually good. He's still, like, probably the worst out of the 3 new DLC characters, but he's, like, on par with the base game characters. Which is basically what I want him to be at, to be honest. Like, I didn't need him to be this stupid OP character. And it is a single-player game, so, I mean, like, I don't really care as much when a character's OP, honestly. Especially since I play Eclipse, where it's like, if I want to go for full completion, I have to play as every character anyway. But I'm probably not going to do that, because that'll take, like, hundreds of hours. You're eating taquitos? Yummy. I haven't had those in a while. Yeah, so my primary is way better. My secondary is way better. My mobility is way better. Yes, Chef is only a little bit better. Actually, no, it's a noticeable amount better. The cooldown's better. It affects the flamethrower better. The primary, I guess, is kind of affected better, but that's mostly just because the primary is already better. Same applies to roll. The roll is also affected better. And, what else was it? This character feels less clunky. And he has 2 new abilities, which I have neither of them equipped. I can equip one of them, but I didn't unlock the other one yet. I might equip the other one after this run if I don't end stream by then. I think everyone just left. Ah, whatever. I only just now realized the absurdity in that being the first item I picked up. Very large chat delay moment. Oh wait, hang on. Is it really that bad? Just trying to figure out what to do. Oh, alright. I don't really want that. I actually don't. That gives a debuff to enemies, but also to me, if I remember correctly. Yeah, I don't think Chef used to be able to do that, because RoR didn't used to let him do a super jump mid-air. Oh, that was a smooth dodge, actually. Maybe I should join the Risk of Rain 2 Discord and try promoting the stream there. I don't know. Also, backup magazines actually going to come in handy. I love that this guy can heal himself by killing enemies with, basically cooking them. All I have to do is make sure they die to more than one of my abilities, like take damage from more than one of my abilities, and they drop a healing. Oh! Somehow I didn't take fall damage? Okay. Put some money into this thing. I am not finding enough chests. By the way, does the game sound alright? Do I sound alright, actually? That's an important thing. I didn't check any of my audio stuff before starting stream. Alright, it looks like it's good. See how many stacks of fire that gets on them? Like, I know that it doesn't last very long. Did I just activate... I accidentally activated the thing while trying to open the barrel. I just lost an item from doing that. Gosh darn it, dude. That's stupid. I accidentally activated the shrine earlier than I was supposed to. And if I waited a bit, then it would have been able to give me an extra item. Actually, maybe I should make sure I don't die first. Okay. I still think this guy feels a little clunky. Clunkier than other enemies. Okay, I'm dead. Can I dodge this? I thought the wouldn't angle enough. Okay. That was stupid. I shouldn't be dying on freaking level 1. Let me try... You know what? I have not used glaze in a while. I'm going to try a full oil setup. It's been forever since I used glaze. I didn't even use glaze once this update. And oil spill is apparently really good. For those who don't know... Well, first of all, if you time oil spill instead of just holding it down, it puts down extra oil, but I can turn the oil on fire by using my right click, which is quite useful. And also, I can't take fall damage during the oil spill thing, this one. Whatever it's called. What is this? Oh, that's called oil spill, that's glaze. The oil puddles, then. And enemies take extra damage if they're affected by oil. If I oil the enemies up. I tend to prefer Yes Chef just because I find it more interesting, but I've been using Yes Chef so much lately, and I feel like I might as well change it up. Looks like they changed the trajectory of the way glaze works. I keep saying oil instead of glaze. Whatever. Yeah, they changed it a bit. Okay. That's cool looking. Move fast out of combat. I should activate the frickin' what's it called shrine last. The gold one, Halcyon Shrine. Does this count as an attack? It does. Okay. Yeah, so this thing does not give me nearly as much mobility as roll, but it does make it easier to survive because roll doesn't really protect me from fall damage, because even when I use the mid-air jump, it ends up sending me up so high that half the time it ends up making me take fall damage. This thing directly negates fall damage, and that's very, very useful. Dude, that would not even get close to hitting him before they buffed the range of that. Do I move faster on oil? No. Yeah, I'll take a backup magazine. That's actually really good with this loadout. I gotta try to unlock, what's it called? The ice block. That thing, the alternate secondary, that seems super interesting. Never thought that you could use oil to basically pogo, but here we are. Well. Oh, that actually is a very generous timing. Okay. There's a limited amount of bounces I can do, by the way, before it forces me to stop. I can't just keep doing that. That would be kind of busted. Yeah, I can literally hit the ground before I even... Alright. So that's a very generous timing. That's good to know. Yeah, that's way more narrow than it used to be. It used to be more spread out. I kind of like that change. Oh, that's neat. I can have the fire spread to other pools. Oh, that... he was already dead. Okay. Yeah, check this out. No fall damage. It's just perfect that I end up on the widest map in the... widest first stage in the game the moment I stop using the horizontal mobility move, though. That's a little annoying. Where are the chests, man? Alright, a drone is not really what I need, but I'll take it. You know, I'm always a little worried sometimes that Restream isn't showing every chat message. I'm assuming it is. But there's been times where it just hasn't for no particular reason. Oh wait, there's some items over there. One must imagine Chef happy. Alright, this is useful actually. Ooh! Oh! Oh, that's huge. Okay, I'm actually, like, really strong now. Also, there's... Your chat does show all YouTube messages, so that's something. That's good. I also... what was I going to try to say? Glaze does seem like it's better for damage than Yes Chef. And I still kind of stand by the whole thing about, like, Yes Chef just kind of feeling more fun to use. But I do think Glaze might just be better. Glaze does help a little bit with mobility in a way because of the... If you have roll equipped, then you can use it on that. Hang on, what is... I just tried to use Yes Chef, I'm actually stupid. I have Glaze equipped. Glaze. I'll take... I need defense on Chef. Chef is a glass cannon character. He has really good damage, group damage mainly. But terrible, like, armor and HP stats. Have a good one, Line. Yeah, see, that just kills. I guess, yes, Chef would also kill them pretty quickly if I used the cleaver, to be fair. I think... Maybe it's like, you want oil spill if you're using Yes Chef, because then you have another way of oiling them. But you want glaze if you're using roll, so that you have a way of oiling them. It really just seems like, whichever loadout you go with, you want at least one way to oil them. Because oiling them makes them take so much extra damage. So maybe I'll stop using roll so often, because as much as I do like the horizontal mobility, I really do have an issue with, like, the fact that it doesn't help you avoid fall damage. And actually, roll does really good damage too, but it feels less safe. Oh, I can still use flamethrower during... Well, okay. Yeah, oil spill's really good. I did not realize I can still attack. So it is a lot like roll. I really gotta try to get Ice Cube. It's... The issue with Ice Cube is that I have to unlock it by fighting Mithrix. Yeah, that's a ton of damage. Alright, solid character. Chef just simply was not capable of doing what I just did before this update. He wasn't strong enough. Which one of these do I want? I kind of want mobility and gas. Yeah, I'll take these. Then I'll do the teleporter boss. I'll just fly over there with my volcanic egg. Dang! Okay. We ball. This run's going a whole lot better than the first one. Ty laser ballin' win. Ty laser ballin' now. Noxious Thorn's actually quite good. Oh, I didn't get the frickin' blue orb. Oh, whatever. Hang on a sec. Okay, I guess I'll deal with that. That's just, I just put you in lava, sir. Oh, I'm gonna get out of here. I didn't have my thing off cooldown. I thought I did. Who's your favorite character? Hello, Dino the Dino. I'm not sure. I like Void Fiend. I really like Chef. And I really like NG. Those are probably like... Dude, I've been playing a lot lately. I like Chef. And then I realized... Partially just because he was my favorite in Returns. And then they kind of like completely screwed him up in this game. And then they fixed him. At least I think they did. I don't really know what public opinion is on it, but I think they actually did a really good job this update with fixing their mistakes. And also, you know, like, the new abilities are really cool. I think the Ice Cube mechanic's cool, as much as I haven't unlocked it yet. It kind of reminds me of Artificer. Ooh, I definitely want that. Who's your favorite character? Where are they? Oh, there they are. Ow. There we go. Got it. That's a lot of damage I just took. Hi, Lydia. How are you? Heal me. I need it. So I can open things. Yes. There. For the healing passive. Where's another enemy? There we go. Oh, that's not good. Okay. It's not all bad. Hang on. How generous is this timing? That's very generous. Alright. Good to know. That's not what I meant to do. I don't really want this. I guess if I find a scrapper, that'll be useful. It's been a while since I did a Risk Rain 2 stream. There we go. That's what I wanted. Yes! I want this. Open it. Oh! Ooh! That's good. That would have been even cooler on roll, to be honest, but I'm taking it. Actually, no, that's still really good on this, because this, it seems, roll seems to have a shorter cooldown. I could be wrong. I just think it does. I just realized, I think the reason it's called oil spill is because that's the same name as a move in Returns, isn't it? Screenshot sound effect. Yeah, I took a screenshot of me having the hard light afterburner as my first red as Chef. Although, to be honest, it's a really good on most characters. That's not a Chef thing at all. Oil spill is really good, though. Hang on, how early can I hit the button? Okay, so I have to hit it late. If I hit it too early, that won't. Whoops. Okay, that time I didn't even mean to use that. I'd just like to remind you that I have a revive right now. I lose it the moment the next stage starts, but whatever. Oh! Just want to get away from that as quickly as I can. That's a lot, actually. Holy crap. Oh, that's why I just realized why these guys aren't taking that much damage. They're too high up to get affected by the glob, the oil that's on the floor. So they're like completely immune to. Oh well, that guy's on the floor now, so now he's actually taking a lot of damage to it. Frickin' idiot. Go above him! I mean, even then, I'm still doing good damage. Okay. Topaz Brooch saved me so hard there. I don't know if anyone was paying attention to my health bar, but I had full barrier. And Topaz Brooch is the only item that gives me barrier. That's how many enemies I was killing, while not even aiming for them. Thank you for the heal, that didn't help at all. Yeah, I'm just going to leave. Pyro from TF2. Brah. Aegis would actually work on this guy pretty well. I know Aegis, like, isn't very good. Although I'm not in, like, Eclipse 5 or whichever one is the one that halves your healing. So Aegis is, like, still not useless. Still not the best red, far from it, but, like, applicable. Who pinged me? There we go. My greens really aren't that great. I'm mostly being carried by my other ones. Alright. It got rid of the wax quail, but it also got rid of the other thing that wasn't doing anything. So, like, whatever. I mean, my greens weren't all bad, but some, at least a couple. To be fair, the ones that it left me are also, like, eh. Actually, this one's pretty good. Do I want these? I'll take a single corpse bloom. Okay, that's 20 stacks. So I know for a fact that I can get 20 stacks on Mythics. That's good to know. I'm talking about the fire thing. You have to get 20 stacks of fire damage on Mythics to get the Ice Cube unlocked. For those who don't know. What the? Okay, game. The frick was that, man? Oh, and there's two of them. Oh. Alright. Fire damage stacking for ice makes sense. I mean, it's because it's the alternate ability for ice. So if I equip the ice thing, it replaces Seer. Which would then make it to where instead of burning stuff with my oil moves, it actually freezes them as well, which is pretty interesting. It's a cool gimmick, and it's part of the new update. Like, this character was already in the game, but he didn't have that at all. He only had fire stuff, and he didn't even have oil spill. He only had glaze. Okay. Another thing I just now realized about oil spill that actually does make it pretty useful compared to roll is that vertical mobility is actually, like, incredible. Like, bouncing around in this game makes it very hard for most enemies to hit you, like, even more than horizontal movement a lot of the time. I don't know. I really like both moves. It's hard for me to pick a favorite. I think I might be kind of liking oil spill a bit more simply because I like being able to oil the enemies for extra damage. But roll does good damage on its own, plus, again, I think it does have better mobility, just less safety. I kind of feel like I'm repeating myself. Jesus, that did a ton of damage. Also, I guess having Lysate Cell, plus a backup magazine, plus a Hard Light Afterburner, makes it to where I can kind of just constantly keep the enemies on fire. You haven't seen any alright, so you haven't played this. Fair enough. Chef is... You know, it's one of the DLC characters. This is not one of the first characters you would unlock, by any means. He's also one of the higher skill floor characters, in my opinion. Not even because, like, his moves are hard to learn. It's really just a matter of, he is a glass cannon, which means you have to be really good at dodging if you want to play Chef. That's kind of why I keep messing up. This guy doesn't really have as much room for error as a lot of other characters. Not to say that there's a lot of room for error as other characters. I just think this guy has even less than most of them. I don't know who has the worst armor to HP stat in the game, but I'm almost certain that Chef is one of the worst. And you know what, the other one would probably be Huntress, and Huntress can run and teleport all while attacking. I can't hit him. Can I? He's invincible now? No, he's not invincible yet. I'm stupid. Okay, now he is. I, like, let my guard down because I thought he was invincible again, and... Whoops. Did I already get the other item? Probably. Seems like I did. Yeah. Hi, Infamy, how are you? Playing the new update. They finally fixed Chef. I don't know if you knew about that. Okay, the fact that you responded that quickly tells me that the stream delay is actually not that bad. Oh, it's because it's better on Twitch. I forgot about that. Oh, please don't kill me. You only play Huntress? Okay, ironically, despite being the other character in the game that's made of glass, Huntress is arguably one of the easier ones because she has, like, actual homing. And can use that while running. And I'm frickin' dying. Hang on. Wait a minute. If I stand still, I'll heal. Oh my god, for once the Bungus is being useful. This is going really poorly. Can this guy stop shooting me with the giant laser? That's why you play her. Oh! I looked up at chat and almost got hit by that. It's not cross. It's not, unfortunately. I feel like they might add that at some point. Because they recently... So, not that recently. In the, like, DLC, they made it to where the code between console and PC was a lot closer. Unfortunately, they made it to where PC is more like console, rather than the other way around. Which is a little silly, because console does not work as well as PC. But after they did a bunch of bug fixes, like a billion of them, it actually is, like, functional now, so... it's fine. By the way, I don't know if you noticed, but I'm actually using multi-stream, so I'm streaming on YouTube and Twitch at the same time. Just figured I'd let you know, Infamy. I might have already told you about that in the past. I don't freaking know. That took way longer than it should have, but these areas don't count towards the timer, so it's fine. Which is actually kind of crazy. Like, there's no downside to going here. I don't feel like going the green route. Going the normal one. He's shooting with the tie laser. He's shooting tie laser with the tie laser, guys. He's so evil. Who pinged me? Sorry, I had to respond to that. That was funny. Yeah, it sucks that there's no cross-platform. Very seeable via the chat. Huh? What's seeable? The chat itself, like the messages? Speaking of which, is that too in the way? I thought I made that smaller. Maybe I did. Burn! Why so seeable? Oh, both kinds of chats, yeah. Oh, right. Yeah, he can see them. It's true. That's assuming that Infamy's paying attention. Pop, pop, pop. Pop, pop. Oh, I want that. Feels so clunky to use that with the way it changes the FOV. Just the camera angle, at least. Only's found it weird that it does that. I'm not gonna lie, there's been a few points in this run where I just keep forgetting that I do not have Yes Chef. Like, I'm so used to it. The moment that I stop paying full attention to the game is the moment I try to use Yes Chef. Okay. See, and this is why I have the move equipped that makes me immune to fall damage. I mean, not entirely immune, but close enough. Whenever I'm using the move, I'm immune to it. Why is the rain at risk? Will rain be removed in the next update? Probably not. Then there would only be risk of. And what would be the point in that? Would you play a game called Risk of No Rain? What's the point of Risk without a little bit of rain? Yeah, I don't know where I'm going with this. Favorite music album? I don't really know. Like, I can't even think of a music album that I've really listened to in its entirety. I don't usually go by albums, to be completely honest. Also, hello, your local goat. How are you? Risk of Clouds. That reminded me of the movie Up. Super Mario Galaxy OST. Real. What is this? Long-standing Solitude isn't terrible. I probably won't take it, though. Focus Crystal. Ooh, we're generating scrap. Do I want to sacrifice this for that? Probably, actually. Yeah, I'll do that. Ow. Welcome back, bird. Late Gaming. I like the I Don't Really Know album. Finally got past an annoying reflourished level. Which one? Reflourished level? Annoying? How good they? I might try that. When do I want to next play that mod? I don't know. I really enjoyed the last time I played that mod. I'm gonna get on that. It'll probably be whenever my next stream will be. You're going to start that soon? You and Nick both have decided to start Reflourished within a pretty similar amount of time. Close time. I thought I died for a second. I just touched a ledge and I was like, oh, not moving. Must be dead. Where the frick is the... I see all the sparklies. Oh, it's right there. I could have looked for the blue thing. Oh, whatever. Okay. See, maybe the Aurelionite would have been good here, but Queen's Gland is also really good. That's acceptable damage. Okay, I don't know what I did, but that seemed to have just done half his HP super quickly. No way Nick is playing PvZ2 Reflourished. He's a Mario guy? Are we talking about a different Nick? Because I'm talking about Nick Unnoticeable. A 10 plant loss limit. Is this a vanilla level, or is this from Reflourished itself? Actually, you know, judging by the description you just gave me, definitely not vanilla level. A burst of attack speed. I wonder if attack speed affects my oil spill at all. I just jumped right into that. How am I not? How did I not take more damage? I guess my items are pretty good. Oh! You thought I was talking about that, Nick. Okay. No, I was talking about the one in the collab server. He mentioned it to me a while ago. And I was just like, alright, go on ahead. Sounds cool. Frickin' more reflourished players. I like reflourished. Sorry, I just checked my server. What on earth is wrong with Theo? Thai laser lore goes deep. The names of people I know. What if this is where the legendary chest is? Oh, that's not where the legendary chest... Ooh, a void seed. And that thing. I can get another Aurelianite thing. Sorry, I keep moving my mic. I don't know what I'm doing. Oh, that's not good. I'm gonna run away from that now. I kind of want more healing. Okay, where did you come from? You were not invited. Okay. I was worried that would insta-kill me. Ooh. Thank you, Gamer King. Uh-oh. Don't play in Xanon into killer update quests since you can just use them too. No, I did that, like, deliberately. If it puts you on... I actually did Assault Airspace through Insanity a bit. And, like, before even unlocking it. And if you don't have, like, the plants from Assault Airspace, it just automatically gives you Asparagus and Flying Pineapple. You know, because it does actually show some genuine mercy. Also, Royal Capacitor is a really good item to have, especially with my Warhorn. Especially since I kind of need more range damage, which is what Royal Capacitor is good for. I should have oiled him first. Whatever. So much fire. He already banned the bot and it was in Twitch chat. Okay, so why are they all up there? Can we kill them? You know, I played this with Splashy yesterday. I might try to get him on for a session, like, mid-stream. Or, not mid-stream. Not this stream. I mean, some other day. I actually talked to him about that. Like, the only reason that it'll probably take a while before that happens, if ever, is because it's really just a scheduling thing. I wonder if increased attack speed makes it where that charges faster. Let me know on Repo or BIS stream, I'll be there. Alright. Oh my gosh, that was a terrible decision! Chat, don't jump into the Outer Lumerians. You wish you could do what? Play this with Splashy? Or make good decisions. I don't follow. I mean, I don't really have much control over the Splashy thing. I'll take this because I don't already have the other bands, so I might as well. That does seem to make it charge faster. Both. Oh well, that's Bird. Different person answered the question. Was not asking you! I'm kidding, I don't care. I wish I could oil Pogo in real life. Gosh darn it! I thought I had more HP for some reason. Guess I'll take this. That's like 20% of my damage gone. Oh, splash. They ghosted. Oh. Okay, to be fair, Nixley can't. Like, I'm telling you, Nixley cannot play with you right now. For a while. Splashy, on the other hand, it's really just a matter of he doesn't always check his DMs. Like, that's all I really got for you there. I don't... Do I even want to scrap my stuff? Because, like, as much as Bustling Fungus sucks, I need to... Hang on. Actually, there are a few things I do want to remove. Hang on. Sorry, pausing in this seizure-inducing way is the only way to efficiently do this without accidentally killing myself. Oh! Okay, well, at least we know now that I would have lost the watch anyway. I'm running as far away as I can so that I can heal. Yeah, no, I've reached out to Splashy and he hasn't responded. Yeah, it's really just... I don't know, man. I don't freaking know. Actually, no, yeah, I don't know. Okay, so I didn't die from that interaction. I saw the lava thing and I was like, oh shoot, I need to move. These guys need to go. Luckily, I'm playing a high damage character. Now, those guys usually take forever for me to kill. Jesus. I have yet to even explore the upper half of this map yet, dude. This is taking forever. It's like Christmas Day when you get in a VC with him. And that is a pretty good reason to advertise the eventual day that I stream this game with him. Yeah. Now I'm cooking.
If this will be a red item, I will be so happy.
Oh, man. Oh, and it's not even a good green item. Orb. What the frick is that? Hang on, I want to look at this. Okay, sure, game. That's where it's supposed to go. Oh, there it is. The legendary chest, you can tell. Because of the mushrooms. Why did you just unsubscribe? Would you like to be in a PvZ mod? If that was a possibility in some form or some way, then yeah. What do you, I mean, are you asking me, like, hypothetically? Or because you're involved in the making of one? And have the ability to have that happen? What did I do, bird? What did I do to deserve this? There's the teleport. Hey! Yeah, I need to remember to always use glaze first. Theoretically? Oh, fair enough. I mean, I don't really know how that would work. I do think it'd be interesting. At least for now. You promoted your own Oh my god. How could I? I'm gonna make an apology video. Hang on, let me make sure that everyone sees my apology video. I have to advertise it. Wait a minute. Okay. I'm not going to say Singularity Band is that good, because it is, like, way worse than its regular, counterpart. But I will say that if it weren't for the fact that it replaced one of the best greens, and made it to where you couldn't have one of the best greens, then it would actually be a really good item. Like, its effect is useful. It's just not as good as dealing 3 times damage every now and then. It's not actually triple damage, but like every now and then the other bands will do a ton for you. And it's kind of insane. And then the frickin' corrupted version, the one that's usually better, or at least a solid side grade, is significantly worse because it has a longer cooldown for a less good effect. It's actually really good on Chef because of his gimmick of that actually benefits from enemies being put in one area. Unviewed. You made a continuous lapse in your judgment. What did you do? Yeah, trying to group all enemies up into one area. Tyler, tell your YouTube viewers to subscribe so you can get to 100. Guys, please subscribe right now. Why am I doing this? Hang on, what's going on? Am I at that number right now? No. Matter of fact, I'm at the same number I was yesterday. You have 3 subs. That is true. That is still really close. What does this have to do with your lapse in judgment? Holy crap! I remember when Chef was a glass cannon without the cannon. I'm so glad they remembered to give it to him. Hello, fairs do. I don't know how to pronounce that. Do hui? I don't. I'm sorry. You can let me know how to pronounce that. I don't know. Please do not unsubscribe. That would not help me. Anyway, how are you? Noxious Thorn's also really good on Chef. Yes, Chef. Okay, so that guy just clipped through the floor. Bug-free game right here. I want to kill this guy. This guy in particular. There we go. Call me Ray. Fair enough. How you doing, Ray? Oh, because of the apology. Okay, right. I want that. You know, I feel like the fact that they made it to where, what do they call it? Like, usually I prefer the mobility, like, if there's an option between two abilities and one helps with mobility and the other one is damage, I tend to prefer the mobility one, but with OS, well, I really think I might make an exception. Like, this is really good. You're just procrastinating on your final. That's fair. I mean, as long as you still end up having enough time to study enough for it, it's alright to take a break every now and then. I'm just trying to beat Eclipse 3 with one of my favorite little robots. Snow lightning. Thunderbolts and lightning. I don't really need another Corpse Bloom. I don't really need any of these. Do I might just leave. Go with this one. Two damage. I'm gonna cook. By the way, I'm probably going to end stream after this run. Actually, I'm not sure. It depends. Very short stream, I know. But it's also a very early stream relative to my usual, which is probably why I've had a couple new people. I'm sorry to hear about that. So they gave him 2 new abilities. I only have one of the new ones equipped. They buffed his primary. If you hold down the left click, it will do double damage on the return. Like, you can see it charge up. And also, I can, like, there's no cooldown thing on it anymore, so I can just throw them. And they're, like, way better. Why is the difficulty having a seizure? It always does that. It's supposed to, I guess, kinda. The Seer now has way more range and higher attack speed, and it doesn't, like, make it harder to attack, and it's not as clunky. Roll, which I don't currently have equipped, but take my word for it, way better now. It gives you this weird little super jump for some reason, and it charges faster and moves faster. It had a damage nerf, but it still stuns, and honestly, the buffs outweigh the nerfs by a ton. Glaze now leaves these little puddles on the ground, and I can light them up with Seer. And the alternate to Seer makes this guy an ice-based character instead of a fire-based character. So yeah, overall really cool stuff. And also I have the alternate to roll equipped for, you know, called Oil Spill. Where if I time a jump right, I drop some extra oil on the ground, which I can also burn. Also, I have Hard Light Afterburner equipped, so I get it really easily. Or if I just hold down the button instead of timing it, I just sort of bounce, but I don't leave as much oil as I otherwise would. So it kind of rewards you for doing some good timing. Also, I might die because I was not paying attention to the game and I was commentating. And by commentating, I mean explaining. Close enough. Borderline lecture. He survived that? How do I have no money? What am I doing? Okay, so that's a lot. Alright. So I'm worried that if I go into that, I'm just going to die immediately. I've been doing really good this run, for the most part, but I'm starting to think I might be a little bit screwed. I probably should have... Okay, I didn't know. Okay. Okay. Frost Relic, go crazy. Oh wait, I can use this, right. Can I open this? I can't. Yeah, Seer is so much better than it used to be. Trying to play vanilla level. Oh, are you in modern day? That one level? That's one of the few modern day levels that I actually consider memorable. Is the one where it's just guards. Like, that level actually was kind of neat to me. I think a lot modern day is overall, like, not very well designed, but that one's pretty good. Not even like that good, it's just, I don't know. It was cool to go through the first time. It's just, screw it, Gargantuars. Don't even sugarcoat it. Make it literally the only thing in the whole level besides the flag zombie. You specified in modern day. Vanilla does underuse portals, that's true. Can I not die? Roll of pennies. Thanks. That's totally what I needed right now. Okay, if I kill that guy, that would be great. Is he dead or did he teleport? He teleported, didn't he? Oh, I think he's actually dead. That's a different one. 100 messages this stream. Why did I get 2 things that say this? First level can scare you. Well, though, with the far future portals. If you were on a win streak, modern day 16 had knights mixed in with guards. What? Why would being on a win streak impact that? Is that a mechanic that I didn't know about? They feel satisfying and even got new abilities. I really like them. I absolutely love the chef changes because I was kind of sad when they kind of messed up Chef because I was excited for Chef when they announced him. And he's really good now. I love all of his ults. I just already did a huge borderline lecture over all of them, like, literally 5 minutes ago, so I don't really feel like repeating myself. But I will say I really like the changes, and I really like Oil Spill. Still deciding on whether or not I like it more than Roll, but I think I've decided if I'm using... Because this is the first time I've used Glaze in a while, but I think I've decided if I'm using Glaze, I'll probably stick with Roll, but if I'm using Yes Chef, then I'll probably use Oil Spill, because I need something to oil the enemies, because Sear is just simply... Like, it's still a good move either way. At least now it is. It didn't used to be. But, it's much better when... What the frick? Okay. Anyway. It's much better when... You know, you use a move designed to combo with it. I just like Yes Chef. I feel like Glaze is probably better than Yes Chef. I just think Yes Chef is fun. Have a good one, Gamer King. I can explain what dynamic difficulty was in PvZ2 Vanilla in the Discord after the stream. Okay. Is that, like, still a feature in the game right now? Am I gonna die? Because I did that? Why did I do that? That was such a... I've been making a ton of dumb decisions this run that arguably deserve to have killed me. Part of the reason I'm even using Oil Spill is so that I don't frickin' die of fall damage. That's one thing I like about Oil Spill compared to Roll. Gnarled Wood Sprite. I think I might stick with what I have, but Gnarled Wood Sprite is still really good. Extremely apt. He was really bad on release. I tried to gaslight myself into liking him on release, but he honestly was just really bad and unsatisfying. I love the big ice cube on Yes Chef. I have yet to unlock the ice cube. Hopefully I will this run. What's... Ooh, Recycler. I might have to keep this. It's a little late, though. Maybe not. Roller Capacitor is, like, going to be super useful on Mithrix. I guess I can go back and get that on this stage if I end up needing it. Where's the teleporter? I've just been grabbing items and I haven't been looking around for the teleporter. I might want to kill those guys first. Honestly. Alright. That was the only real threat. No, you didn't spoil. You didn't spoil. I saw the trailer. They showed it in the trailer. Or at least, like, one of the preview things. One on, like, Steam thing. You're fine. I didn't think about that. I didn't think about the fact that the roll applies... The damage reduction applies to fall damage, but... The thing is, I'm playing on Eclipse 3, which means that fall damage is doubled. And... can, kill you. Sometimes instantly. And there's also the fact that roll... This is one thing that is both a blessing and a curse for roll. Roll has this thing where, it's super easy to just, like, go flying from, like, a small slope. Which sometimes is very nice, especially since then you can use, like, the giant mid-air jump thing to get crazy distance. The issue is sometimes I end up going way higher than I want to because of that. Like, without even trying to go up at all. And then I take fall damage. And that's my only issue with the changes to roll. Like, I think roll is overall a much better ability. That's like my only complaint. I think out of every change they made to Chef, that is my only complaint. Because overall they did a really good job with Chef. He feels so much more rewarding. He, like, actually does good damage now. The glass cannon becomes a cannon. Yeah, taking 0 damage is still better than a little bit. Roll does have, like, insane horizontal mobility comparatively, though, and it would probably be super fun to use in this run because of the Hard Light Afterburn that I have. Also, whoops, I missed that. Oh my frickin' god, he followed me all the way up there. I was trying to come back down to get him. Whoops. Actually, I should charge the teleporter. Hang on. Maybe this is a little too unsafe. I don't know. Is this a safe spot for your children? I'm just sort of pressing buttons. I'm going to be so real. It's working. Surprisingly well. Oh my god. Chef is cooking! Is that a harpoon? Okay, no. Although Beats Frailty is not very good this late in the game. Since I'm not looping. Oh well. Alright, I'll get that chest up there when I complete the teleporter. I'll read that chat message after I am in a safer spot. It's like I can look up on my monitor and see that there is a message, but I don't really have the time to read it. Oh wait, no, I couldn't go blue place because then I wouldn't fight Mithrix. Never mind. Don't care. I don't understand why you got a higher jump on roll it. Doesn't make any sense in my opinion. I think they did that because they wanted him to have more mobility. Well, obviously. I like it overall. I think it lets him like fly across the map when you have enough mobility. Well, not literally fly, but it's like he gets some pretty insane movement at some point, and it's super fun, in my opinion. Is there anything else? I do actually really like that jump. Plus, I don't know if you knew this, but if you fall off the map, or like just any sort of ledge, and you're still rolling, and like you didn't use the big jump yet, you still have the big jump. Like you can still use it midair. I don't know if you've ever played Donkey Kong Country, but it reminds me a lot of that, where like if you roll off a ledge, you can still jump as long as the roll animation hasn't finished, and it's super satisfying. They kind of makes it a lot more neat to me. Also, I really love the way oil spill works, where it like rewards you for timing it better. So I like both of his mobilities. Honestly, I like all of Chef's moves. I mean, I don't know exactly how the Ice Cube works yet, but I do know about its ability to freeze enemies, which is a super useful thing in this game. Were there any 3D or any green printers that I didn't see? You just played a run and fall stun with beads if you scrap them. Does the extra HP from the stat boost also give him more spikes? I don't know. Because that would count as, like, his stats then, right? So I actually don't know that one. That's actually an interesting one. Because I know, like, Bison Steak and Stone Flux is really good. Gargling Gargantuars are dead. Good job. Thanks for the info. No problem. It's something I kind of accidentally discovered myself. You can't do the normal jumps during the roll. Like, it has to be the big one. So if you, like, roll off a ledge, you can do still the big one. Which is good for horizontal distance, I guess. I don't know if that's a bug or if it's intentional. Although, to be completely honest, this update... I forgot to check those rocks. There's 2 items I missed. You're not sure? Alright. But, what was I saying? Okay, I lost it. Something about roll, probably. Oh, wait, yeah, this update feels a lot better polished than, like this DLC used to. Like, there's still some little things, but overall, it doesn't really feel less polished than it used to. Sounds more like a bug. I think there's a unique sound effect that plays when you do it. Like, I think it plays the Hopu Feather sound effect, which I guess isn't unique, but it doesn't play that sound effect when you do it on the ground. And also, I don't really know how they could mess it up that bad, which is actually not that good of a point, considering some other stuff they messed up. Even if it is a bug, I hope they keep it. Because, quite frankly, it's an attribute to RoR that I feel like it deserves. Am I going to die to this thing? Chef's not the greatest with midair. I feel like, considering, at least when you do an oil spill glaze strategy, because, you know, I rely on them being on the ground for that to work. It could be a bug. It might be intentional. I can't really say with full certainty. To me, it just kind of feels too useful and obvious to be a bug. Please explain why there are biblical angels now. You know, it never occurred to me that they do kind of look biblical, like biblical angels, don't they? Almost. This is the final level. That's your answer. Yeah, okay, I'm getting out of here. Okay. I managed to miss every single shot. Thank you, Healer Drone plus Corpse Bloom. Have a good one, Ray. Thanks for stopping by. False Sun felt the worst to play, just from the feeling, not strength. But in this update, he felt a lot smoother. Yeah, that's kind of how I felt with him before. I haven't actually played this update yet, to be honest, but he, like, felt overpowered, but also clunky at the same time. Which is kind of impressive that they messed him up like that, but, whatever. Gosh, there's so much oil. You can tell just how much faster they die when they're, like, on the puddles, too, because you can see that the other one that wasn't, just barely wasn't on the puddles, still had a lot of his HP left, despite me still hitting him with the other stuff. If he has a sound effect, I can't imagine it being a bug. To be completely honest, I'm not actually fully certain if that sound effect still plays when he uses it on the ground, so I'd have to fact check that. Ooh! I forgot that slows me, and by like a lot. What? Where did you come from? Get away! Okay, you should not be able to spawn on top of me, dude. That's crazy. Also, I just sort of ran away from the pillar of mass. Ignore that. I wonder actually if there's a way that I can climb that wall by using Hard Light Afterburner Oil Spill. Probably not. Okay, we're generating scrap. That's interesting. Unstable Tesla coil might be worth it. Rusted key is a complete waste. I should not do that. What do I have? I have 1 regenerating scrap and I have 2 green scrap. So that means whatever red thing I print, I'm only really losing 2 items. I don't have any gray scrap though. Or is it white? It would be white items, wouldn't it? That just miss. Are we? Pillar of mass sounds weird out of context. Okay, you know, I never thought about that until now. Okay, the war horn, losing the war horn actually does kind of suck, but whatever. Unstable Tesla coil is really good. It's a lot like the Frost Relic, actually, except in my opinion, it's a bit better. Actually, it's a lot better. Okay. I like trying the Pillars of Blood. I think they should let you drop oil blocks as long as you're in the air instead of capping it at 2 or 3. I don't really agree. I feel like that would... Like, it's already super strong as it is. I don't think having even more would be necessary. Plus, there is the thing where, like, if you time the bounce, it lets you drop extra oil. Like, if you... I don't know if you saw this earlier, but if you hold it down, it just does a bounce. If you actually time it, it does an extra 2 drops. That one was actually just me using the ability again, but... There, that's a better example. What? Okay. I don't know how the frick it works. Oh, shoot, you're right. I didn't consider the fact that Phase would get the Tesla coil. Phase? What the... This is not balloons. This is not even... Where the frick did I get Phase from? Oh, Phase 4, probably. Like... But anyway. That's a good point. I didn't consider that. He doesn't take equipments, though, so I'll probably just shoot at him from range with my RoR capacitor and hope that... Because... I forget, does it give you your most recent items back first, or your oldest items back first? Least recent. Because it gives you least recent items back first, then it's not that big of a deal. Also, I still have beads. That kind of sucks. Ooh, what the frick just did that? Risk of BADs. RoR capacitor should do the job. Newest items back first, that's good. For the love of God. Okay, why is that actually doing, like, no damage? 69 minutes? Holy crap. It's actually been over an hour already. You didn't even know you could hold it, you only just timed it. Also, you usually want to use it late rather than early. Also, yeah, that's pretty funny. Okay, that time I just ended up starting a new one. Oh well. I think one thing I would change about roll, actually, and this is a change I really hope they make. Just make it to where, if I press it again, it cancels. Because so many times have I been in a situation where I, like, have to force myself to, like, move around in a circle. Or something. Because if I don't, I'll just sort of fall and die, or something like that. And I find that really annoying. And I think the only downside I could possibly see to making it to where you could cancel it like that is, I guess, like, there's the issue of if you have Hard Light Afterburner. But that's, like, less than most runs. That's the opposite of most. Most runs you won't have that. If you had just, oh my god, you're right, I do have Pocket ICBM. I forgot about that. And there's no ATGs here, are there? I should have grabbed the recycler. In hindsight. That stinks. Oh jeez, that's a lot of mist. That's 3. What am I talking about? So I'm just so fast I want to stop. So fast I have to go in circles. Yeah, it's pretty annoying. You matched 5 plant food, walnuts, and Bagool. That's actually pretty awesome. I guess I'll just activate this one. I don't know what the frick I was waiting for. Did it take anyone else forever to realize that you can jump over... Okay, well, a more skilled player can simply jump over the little waves coming from the pillar of design. Also, I like how since I have a high enough uptime on all of my oil abilities, I can kind of just keep spamming them, and they'll just, like, I don't even have to use seer to reignite them, because the previous oil spills, whatever you want to call it, oil things, globs of oil, I'll just call them oil spills, honestly. Previous ones will ignite the next ones. I mean, I should use seer anyway, because damage, but I still find that pretty funny that I can do that. Also, one thing I have noticed, Yes Chef's version of RoR is actually, like, kind of decent, because it makes it do bleed damage. Meanwhile, Yes Chef's version of bleed damage on top of just doing extra damage in general. Double oil chef build is pretty fun. But for like oil spill, it just makes it to where it's already ignited, I think. Maybe it increases the damage and I didn't notice. But if all it does is make it automatically ignited, or I guess frozen if you have the ice one equipped instead, like, what's the point? If you can just immediately use your right click anyway to accomplish the same thing. I don't actually know if it's really that good on roll. I actually like using Yes Chef on roll simply because it lets me instantly use roll again, which means I can have extra mobility by having Yes Chef and roll. And it's funny because I honestly feel like there's a chance that Yes Chef and oil spill still make a better combo than roll into Yes Chef, simply because if you have both Yes Chef and roll, then you have no ability to oil the enemies at all, which is, you know, I mentioned earlier, pretty big downside. Alright, Chef does not have enough range for that. Oh my gosh, my beetle guard's going to be another issue too. Can I point out, the moon might unironically be my least favorite part of the entire game. Like, like, it's not miserable by any means, but this is just like, I constantly, okay, I didn't even realize I had unstable transmitter. I don't anymore. That would have been really nice to have. What was my point? You have to charge up. What the frick was that down there? You have to charge up 4 pillars. I'm sorry. Did I just get hit from there? Okay, now I'm... What? I'm checking the frickin' replay on that. Hold on. Most of the time I use the ability for movement to get around the map, but in a fight I only use it on the ice secondary, fair enough. Now, I'm using the Twitch clip feature just to, like, see what happened. What was my point? You have to charge up... What the frick was that down there? You have to charge up 4 pillars. I'm sorry. Did I just get hit from there? You literally couldn't see what hit me. Not only could you not see what hit me. I'm sorry. Did I just get hit from there? I was... Not only was I in midair, but I was, like, far away from any... What hit me? I'm actually clipping that. I'm saving this. What was my point? You have to charge up. Hang on, I'm muting this so that you guys don't have to hear that again. Featured clips are prioritized for discovery across Twitch. Is that something I have to pay for? I guess not. I ate all of your luck for that one gold match. Should have dodged. Skill issue with boss like Beetle Queen. I select to abuse the left click, basically one-shotting the boss, which is risky. I love using Yes Chef for that. It's so satisfying. So, like... Okay, I was literally going towards the center with full intention to see if I can skip it. That was, like, what I was trying to do. Here, I'll share this clip. I'll share this clip in my Discord. I just sent that into restream.io. I don't even know if that actually sends to YouTube or Twitch, so I'll just send it in the Twitch chat specifically. But hang on. Yeah, I'm sending this to my... clips and highlights thing. Alright, there we go. So, that was an incredibly lame way to end it. But I genuinely do not have enough time for another run, so I think that's gonna... That's the stream for today. I'm sorry. Some other time, I'll probably do better, I guess. I really don't know, like, what I did wrong there. I still don't... I didn't see what hit me. What projectile it was. Like, I don't know if it was one of those slow... It was probably, like, a very slow projectile that just happened to be going at the right arc. But it's like, if it was, why was it going at that arc? Because that's, like, I was in a location that I was previously not in while moving. Thanks for joining the Discord. So, the question is, how did it hit me? Why was it going towards me at all? Sorry, I just saw the thing you posted in Discord. Anyway. Is it possible to play Risk of Rain 2 with you sometime? Maybe. Probably off-stream. Because I do play this game off-stream as well. Yeah, it depends. Maybe this weekend or something. But, yeah, every now and then I join my the VC in my Discord. Pretty rarely. It hasn't happened in a while, actually, but sometimes. Anyway. I'm going to call it. Thank you all for watching. Please subscribe if you have not. Speaking of which, I'm going to check real quick. Oh, I reached 700. Let's go. You're really good at making cat sounds. Thank you. Alright, there we go. School, anyway. Alright, fair enough. I keep saying I want to leave and have a good one and whatnot, but for real now. Have a good one, everyone. Thank you for watching. And I'll probably do a stream like this again in the future. Oh. Bye. Wait. I just remembered I need to do a raid. On Twitch. I'm going to do a Twitch raid. I freaking forgot about the ability to do that. Hang on. With all 2 viewers, I'm going to raid. Never mind, there's no one I'm following right now that I want to raid.